Luxating patellas or kneecaps is a condition that affects a lot of dogs, but especially small and toy breeds are genetically more prone to developing this issue. Now, essentially, this is where the patella or kneecap pops out of its normal position. Now, it can be either a minor or a more severe luxation, where in some dogs it tends to stay out most of the time. Now, today, let's look at why this happens and if there are some natural remedies that can help improve the overall joint. So stay tuned to learn more today. Hi there guys, it's Lyndall Pinchin, canine naturopath from Canine Vitality, and welcome back to the channel. Happy Healthy Dogs. Thank you guys for being here. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and don't forget to click on that little bell to be notified of all my upcoming videos. If you're a regular, thank you for being here again. I appreciate you taking the time to check the videos out. So luxating patellas, they are actually quite, excuse me, they're actually quite a common problem, and they can affect really any dog at all. Now, if your dog has loose kneecaps that pop out from time to time, this is what is known as luxating patellas, as I said. Now, typically the patella is held in place by a ligament known as the patella ligament. Fancy that. In most dogs, it's a genetic weakness, although trauma in the joint can actually cause this to happen in some cases too. Now, if your dog has luxating patellas, what signs and symptoms might you notice in your dog? So depending on how severe the luxation is, some dogs will just hop on one leg from time to time, and this is often considered very mild. Other symptoms include limping, holding up one hind leg, bowed legs, unable to go climbing stairs, or sitting with the knee abnormally turned out. Now, symptoms can start from when your dog is a puppy or develop along the way. Now, the long-term effects include potential chronic inflammation in that joint and associated arthritis. Now, luxating patellas are usually graded from 1 to 4, mild to severe, and for those dogs with a grade 3 or 4 luxation, surgery may be required. While your dog may not experience pain from a mild luxation, the more severe it gets, there is more likelihood of pain and discomfort occurring. So while those with very severe cases of luxating patellas are most likely going to respond best to surgery, what about a more mild or moderate problem and the general care of such a loose joint? Now, this is where both your dog's diet as well as herbs and supplements can be really helpful to not only improve the strength of that joint, but also reduce the incidence of any further arthritis down the track. Now, in later years, now that typically can occur with this weakness, as I said. So let's have a look at nutrition firstly when it comes to luxating patellas. Now, the aim of any nutrition here in this sort of situation is to help build healthy, functional connective tissues, to make sure that your dog has plenty of the building blocks needed to produce good levels of collagen, helping to reduce pain and inflammation that's associated with the joint by providing lots of healthy antioxidants, and long-term help prevent osteoarthritis. Now, this is where a raw diet can be really helpful, because not only are you providing good levels of nutrients that can achieve these goals, but in addition, a raw diet provides high levels of living enzymes that are fantastic in helping to reduce inflammation, boost your dog's immune system, and therefore reduce the level of free radical damage that occurs in these sorts of problems in the joint. Now, some of the best foods to add in include really good quality animal proteins along with raw bones that help provide protein and collagen, glucosamine, chondroitin, gelatin, and other trace nutrients. And of course, bone broth will also be really helpful here, but make sure it is free of any onion. Now, animal proteins and bones can really help provide those building blocks needed to build strong connective tissues and collagen that really help form those ligaments and tendons. Now, in addition, lots of leafy green veggies are a great addition too, as these supply plenty of chlorophyll and antioxidants that will help fight that free radical damage that tends to lead to inflammation. and degeneration as well. Now, berries and cabbage are particularly beneficial to help build strong connective tissue in the body, anywhere really, but particularly in the knee, as does omega-3 fatty acids. So of course, adding in oily fish a few times a week can help too. Now, to further strengthen tendons and ligaments that essentially hold a joint in place, make sure that your dog is getting good levels of vitamins A, C, and E, as well as calcium and magnesium. So add in foods such as small amounts of kefir, kale, raw bones, which we've already talked about a little bit, eggs as well, orange veggies including carrots and sweet potato, broccoli, and organic eggs. Sorry, I think I mentioned that one. Remember that adding in kibbles and other carbohydrates, anything starchy like that, will actually tend to increase inflammation in the body, and this is definitely what we don't want with the patella issue. Now, what about herbs and supplements to help strengthen the overall joint and reduce this inflammatory pattern that's going on? Now, one of the best supplements I find to use is green lip mussel. Now, these are rich in naturally occurring omega-3 fatty acids, glucosamine, and chondroitin. Now, these three can significantly reduce the inflammation, swelling, and pain that's associated with the luxating patella, along with aiding in repairing joint damage and slowing down any degeneration. Now, while it can take a few weeks for these to kick in, they're really well worth using and can be given over a longer period of time if needed, and added into food daily. Now, work on a dose of about 20 to 50 milligrams per kilo of body weight daily and give it in a divided dose. Now, depending on how bad your dog's kneecap is, you might also want to add in a little bit of additional glucosamine and chondroitin on top of that green lip mussel too. Now, two other really beneficial supplements, that was Poppy by the way, for luxating patellas are MSM and hyaluronic acid. Now, MSM is an organic form of sulfur that can help with the formation of collagen, along with also reducing inflammation in the joint and that surrounding soft tissue. Dosages for MSM range from about 50 to 100 milligrams per 5 kilograms of body weight daily, divided doses. Start on a lower range and build that up over a period of a few weeks, and add this also into your dog's food. Now, when it comes to hyaluronic acid in supplement form, now this is a naturally occurring gel-like substance that's present in different places in your dog's body, but mostly in the connective tissue spaces and the synovial fluid within that joint area. Now, it really can help lubricate the joint and kind of acts like a bit of a shock absorber. Now, time and age can really lead to the degeneration of hyaluronic acid, causing it to get damaged, thus weakening the joint area. Now, starting your dog on this supplement at a really early age and given safely over a long period of time, you can really help preserve natural levels of hyaluronic acid and maintain the strength and integrity of that joint. Dosage varies from 7 to 60 milligrams daily from those very small doggies through to the very large breeds. And in addition to these, of course, there are numerous different herbs that can be really helpful to reduce the pain and inflammation associated with this, including rose hips, devil's claw, ginger, horsetail, yarrow turmeric, and boswellia. There's some of my favorites. And of course, guys, don't forget to consider things like acupuncture, physiotherapy, or massage, as well, as these can help build up those large quadricep muscles in your dog's leg that can start to bring more stabilization to the joint in general and strengthen the patella area, along with improving overall muscle strength too. Well, guys, I hope that you found this short video helpful. As you can see, now there really are some great natural ways to help keep that patella strong, and actually over time for some dogs it may actually become less and less of a problem, certainly by following a more natural diet in particular. And if you have a dog at the moment that has any joint issues, including luxating patellas, and you're looking for a little bit more information or maybe some advice, feel free to reach out to me. All my details are always in the description below. Well, that was Poppy barking before. I think that was a courier delivering something. Thank you for being patient there. I hope you're having a really good day wherever you are, guys. I will catch up with you in another video, but till then, have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.